I mean, most businesses probably, if you ask most businesses if you would mind if I put your logo and your business address and your contact information on the website, would you mind? Would probably say no, but it depends. For instance, I'll give you an example. In most cases, if any small business wanted to put my law firm's image and likeness on their website to say, hey, we've done business with this law firm, or they've somehow advised us on our business, hey, that's great. To some extent, that's great. But I guess where it kind of might go bad would be where we talked about brand earlier. I have a certain brand image that I want to maintain. There may be sites out there that I may not want to associate myself with, for whatever reason. You know, there's certain organizations out there that I may not want to be affiliated with. You know, if it's an organization that, I don't support for some reason, because I don't, whether it be for my own personal values or my own political ideologies, I don't want to be associated with that organization. I might have an issue. I guess the short answer to that is, if I found that my association with that organization, which I was not supportive of, somehow hurt my business, well then, I could see a business bringing action. I could. Now look, I mean, I guess there's no easy answer, but I think that the best policy is, prior to using anyone's image or likeness or business card or business contact information, you have to at least make a contact with them. And I think on LinkedIn, it won't even allow you to actually link with someone if you cannot demonstrate that you have some type of relationship. And normally that's at least an email. Now, granted, an email anymore is easy to get. I mean, you can get thousands of emails. To be honest, everyone wants to grow their social network. I don't know how many Facebook friends I have, but I would like to have, triple by the end of the year, Dwayne, Isaiah, right? So I would like, I've seen people with 5,000 friends. Okay, now, and in fact, last night I was home and I told my wife, I said, do you believe Mark's got 5,000 friends? How does he have 5,000 friends? He doesn't know 5,000 people. But who knows? But the point is that you can't always be impressed by how many contacts you have. I think it has to also be the strength of the contacts as well. I think if I really worked hard, and every night I stayed up for the next week, 12 hours a day, and did nothing but Facebook, I probably could get 1,000 contacts for the end of the week. The question is, is that going to help my business? I don't know. I think you have to approach it in the sense that you have to make contact with a person, you have to maintain those contacts, and you have to service those contacts. And social media is a way of doing that. I think that you can't rely solely on it, but it's a way of doing that.
It's similar to the zip code direct mail piece. That's what it says, similar.
Yeah.
If you just blast everybody.
Yeah. So I mean, again, I talked about third-party content. Contact considerations. All right. Again, you want to read what these social media sites have, and they have those terms of use. That again, we all kind of roll through. We hit the submit button because we're all busy. We want to get through it. So, but read it. It usually says the users are usually solely responsible, because guess what? Most sites have made a lot of money, and they have the ability of hiring legal talent to craft their messages in such a way, give the proper disclaimers, that if you do something on that site that's copyright infringement or content infringement or unauthorized use, LinkedIn, Facebook is the one getting sued. It's you getting sued. It's your business having to defend. So again, you have to be aware of that. Most sites even go as far as to have monitoring. Okay, Facebook, LinkedIn have their own guys monitoring those sites. I will guarantee you that they even outsource that to have a separate company monitoring it. And then on top of that, they'll even tell their users, if you see something out there, they even give them warnings. They may even tell users, look, if you find something that's clearly been copyrighted, call us. Who knows? They might might give out, a free month of whatever, of advertising or something, who knows? But other companies have actually gotten the business now of actually telling their customers, hey, look, be on the lookout for this. If you see something that's not ours, tell us. We'll look into it. Losing control. Again, I took this from a LinkedIn. It's somewhere buried in their website, in the fine print. But what it basically says is that we own it. Once you publish something on LinkedIn, you lose control of it. Okay, so again, aside from taking content from someone else, you want to be aware of who owns it.
Even a logo?
Well, again, the answer to that is, I think you copyright it. I think if someone takes a logo, puts it on LinkedIn, for a person simply to take it, use it from a LinkedIn site, your copyright's still going to protect you.
Well, like my logo is not technically copyrighted right now.
Right.
But everything else is legal.
Right.
So right now, is that someone could take that off LinkedIn and
Well,
copyright it and then tell me I can't use it?
Well, I mean, as far as how people take it, what?
She's asking me to copyright. I said you have to copyright it, not me.
Well, I mean, as far as the actual site, my concern would be more with people taking not so much images, but your actual words, your actual content, your actual message. I haven't seen any cases where people are actually taking logos. What I have seen is cases of people actually taking content.
Because we're using a logo on he's using a logo on everything
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
That's the profile picture.
Okay. Yeah.
So, okay.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you about that.
Okay.
Again, aside from your content issues, you have to worry about things like defamation and business interference towards. Okay. And the reason that is because, again, it's so easy to update, so easy to possibly create a situation where you have negatively influence the person's reputation. Okay, you're trying to be competitive. You want to be competitive. You somehow want to compare your services, but indirectly you may put something out there that's not exactly true. And again, Dwayne made a reference about business being like politics. Well, it kind of like is, but it's not, because business, we're all private citizens, right? We're not public figures. Politicians are public figures. So when they make jabs at each other, there is no defamation. When I have an issue, when one presidential candidate throws a jab at another presidential candidate, and he says, that's not true, it's a lie. Well, it could be, but you can't sue them for defamation. Business owners can. All right, so you spoke about litigation. Again, consider a lot of businesses using this as an investigative tactic when preparing for litigation. It can be grounds for mistrial. Again, the content on LinkedIn or Facebook could be considered discoverable for the purposes of litigation. Okay, so how to minimize risk? Okay, you read the terms of use prior to doing anything on social media. We establish policies. If you have people working for you, do not allow your employees simply just to be free and just, advertise our services on LinkedIn. Do what you want. Establish policies. Who composed it? Make the policies clear, formal, written. Make everyone aware of it. Train your employees. Screen the content. If you're going to use someone else's images, obtain releases. And finally, have an attribution disclaimer so people know if you do something that's unauthorized, there are consequences. So conclusion, social media adds value, it's a strong ROI, it's low cost, but again, be aware of the risk, minimize your risk, and use it to grow your business. And that's all I have. So I want to thank you. Okay?
Thank you, very informative.
All right, so it's still warm in here. Did everyone eat?